Nurture you. You got to be in this body for a long time. So be careful with what you're consuming through your ears, what you're looking at with your eyes, what you're eating with your mouth. Just all of the things that go into you. Be careful, okay? Don't get caught up. All right. That's our time.
Very encouraging, very inspiring, and she actually motivated me. I appreciate the fact that she was so authentic and very personable, and it really made me feel like I relate to her story. What I aspire to be? Just the best version of myself.
You are listening to Unleash the Podcast, revolutionizing the way women grow, work, live, and lead, engaging interviews, insightful book reviews, and timeless gems to aid the modern woman in excelling personally and professionally. Hosted by the multi-passionate Tabitha D. James, Unleash the Podcast not only empowers listeners, but also equips them with applicable action-based resources for daily life.
Good morning, afternoon, and or evening, whenever you are tuning in. Hello. Oh my goodness. If you are listening in real time, it is Unleash Week. Like, it is the week that the live event is going down in Myrtle Beach. So send the positive vibes, okay? Because events are not easy, and I'm here to be transparent about that. If you hear some noise in the background, it is because I am reporting live from my favorite place, the car. Essentially where a lot of my listeners tune in. So like, we're in the car together. It's kind of a mutual feeling, if you will. But anywho, as you see from the title, don't get caught up. And so I don't want you to get caught up in letting things control you, right? Letting life situations control you, letting people control you, letting jobs control you, letting relationships control you. Like, honestly, just don't get caught up. Like, don't get caught up and or consumed in this thing called life, because it can really take you aback. So right now, I'm reporting live from my old car because yesterday I got ready to head to an event and my car wouldn't start. So I could have let that just take my whole day, but instead I'm like, you know what, God, it's a blessing that I have another one. So I hopped in the old handy dandy Central and went on about my day. And I'm probably going to drive it for a few more days because the way this calendar is set up, I'm not sure when I can go get my battery checked. So I'm just praying that my old car can endure my travels this weekend, and I will handle it soon. And so that could have consumed me. I could have got real caught up in it, right? Did. Mama Cheryl, my girl, she's still pushing through, okay? So she's not as bad as she was, but she's not as good as she can be. We're somewhere in the middle. We're appreciating the moments. We're appreciating the highlights, and we're working through things, and that's what that is. You know, I'm grateful for a family that has stepped up and helped and sent, you know, good vibes from wherever they may be, and for those that aren't local, I'm grateful for those who didn't send such good vibes, because it was an awakening that, you know, everyone isn't going to accept the way you do things or the way you maneuver or the assignment or your life, whatever. But don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in their feelings, their emotions. How people treat you is a reflection of them, not a reflection of you. It's just your job to absorb it or not, right? So it's your job to be like, you know what, I'm going to put up with this because I feel like I should and it'll get better. Or, you know what, I've been trying to work through this. It isn't working. I'm out. You know, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And that goes for, you know, anyone. And I know that in professional settings, sometimes we can't drop the mic that quick, because if it's a colleague and we essentially aren't going to lose that job, then we have to navigate the process a little differently. However, there is a way to make it work, because at all costs, protect thine peace, okay? Protect thine peace of mind, and thy mental well-being as much as you can, right? There's only a small percentage of our life that we have control of, and what we have control of, we have to really have a strong grasp on it, because If not, the other portions of life that we cannot control can consume us and get us caught up. So don't get caught up. That is today's timeless gem. And I want to be transparent in telling you that I say this as I'm, one, working through it, two, been through it. And I think that it's an evergreen cycle of life challenging and changing, because as life changes, there's different things that can get you caught up. What could have gotten me caught up at 20 isn't what may or may not get me caught up at 28, right? The pressures or the challenges or the things I have to navigate look drastically different, right? 20 years old, I think I was juggling a few jobs. I was in college. I was trying to figure out how I was going to self-identify, and I was just really dealing with myself in some different ways that I have now crossed over that bridge, and I've become a bridge, one, to help others to cross, but to also help myself to continue to cross and not get caught up in the moments, right? The things that won't matter 5 minutes from now don't matter now, and the things that don't matter 5 years from now won't matter for long. So protect your peace, don't get caught up, and remember that this is an evergreen process. Like lifing, doing life, adulting, leveling up, whatever, it is evergreen. There should never be a peak that you get to where you're like, all right, I got this, okay? Because that means you're getting a little bit too comfortable, and we don't grow in our comfort zone. So be willing to get uncomfortable, be willing to get in situations that could get you caught up, but don't let them get you caught up, right? Because that shows your maturity, your ability to discern what's up, your ability to navigate is strengthening. So don't be afraid of these situations. Don't run from these situations. Be excited about the fact that your life is even presenting you these situations, because it shows that you're growing. It shows that you're evolving. It shows that there is purpose attached to you. You are just being tested in different ways than some people around you. And oftentimes, especially those of you who are just striving for ultimate success in your business or your brand, your nonprofit, your job, your department, whatever, when you're striving, oftentimes it gets a little lonely seemingly, because people around you may be complacent. People around you may not be having the same struggles. People around you may be so good at getting caught up and staying caught up and not getting out of it that you feel like you like that crazy for trying to not be that way. You're not. This is your permission that you don't even need, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. This is your permission to know your worth and know your mental well-being and where that needs to be. Know your levels. Know what you can and cannot take. Know what you will and won't take. And know thine self, right? One of the biggest reasons, or one of the biggest things I see in just like coaching people or talking to people or just peopling, right, is people don't know themselves or what they want, and so, or what they don't want, right? Even if you don't know what you want, you gotta know what you don't want, and you gotta know yourself, because when you don't know yourself, you can begin to take shape of things that ain't you, okay? Like things that ain't even really you, but you taking the shape of it because you don't know yourself, or things that at your core you don't really want to put up with or you don't want to be around, but you don't know yourself, or you haven't come to just peak with accepting who you are and whatever that means for you, whether that's your personality, your beliefs, your sexuality, your whatever, your goals, because you may be suppressing what that is to fit into spaces that are too small for you. Whatever that means, get on out of that, okay? Do some self-work, right? Invest some time, some money, some resources, whatever it is, to work on you, learn you, and just cherish and nurture you. You got to be in this body for a long time. So be careful with what you're consuming through your ears, what you're looking at with your eyes, what you're eating with your mouth, just all of the things that go into you. Be careful, okay? Don't get caught up. All right, that's our timeless gem for the week. Thank you for rocking with your girl. Okay, had to get a little urban. Thank you for rocking with your girl. I don't even know if that's cool. But anyways, thank you for listening and tuning in each and every week. Be sure to rate, review, share the podcast. Hit me up on all the social channels. If you want to be real pro, find me on LinkedIn. Get that good old knowledge about who Tabitha D. James is outside of Tiny Tab. And yeah, let's stay connected in the social space. I want to be a part of your bridge. I can't be everybody's bridge, and I'm not even going to try to be, okay? But what I can be is a plank on your bridge to help you get over, to ensure that you don't get caught up. Until next time, catch you later.
Very encouraging, very inspiring, and she actually motivated me.